A lot of persons have been pushed into investments and they end up burning their fingers. And as a result, they've decided that investment is not meant for them. Before you go into investment, there are things that you need to consider. Don't be pushed around. But before we go into today's presentation, we would like to look at what are the basic things that you've got to look out for before you go into investment at all. There are 5 questions that you need to ask yourself, you that you want to invest in any field for that matter. The first one, what are my financial goals and my time horizon? What do I mean by this? What am I investing to achieve? How long do I have to achieve? Is it the money that I want to use to travel to Japan and I want to put it in an investment? What kind of investment do I want to put it? The number 2 thing that you need to consider is, what is my risk tolerance? Can I tolerate volatility of the market? Can I afford to lose 20% of my money in a night? How can I stabilize if anything happens? So I have to consider, what is my risk tolerance? The next thing that you have to consider, the third thing is this investment liquid enough? When we say liquid, it means, can I easily convert it? How soon can I get my cash back in case there's an emergency? If there's an emergency, can I quickly get my money back? That is the liquidity. And the fourth that you need to consider is, what are the costs? What are the hidden costs of that investment? Oh, the return is the return might be fantastic, but have you considered the cost of that investment? And the number 5 is this. Is this investment regulated and transparent? You want to be careful. Where am I putting my money? Is it where I can get somebody and hold somebody responsible for its loss or otherwise? These are some of the things we'll be considering in looking at stock versus crypto. A lot of persons have been asking, let's discuss this issue in this episode. Let me see you on the other side as we address this very important point.
Waking up at dawn, light breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm we belong. Skies are high, but so are we, building castles where we're free. Gonna rise up, we won't fall.
All right, you're welcome back. You see, when it comes to investing, a lot of us, because people have always said, the only way you can multiply your money is by investing. Savings will not multiply your money, but at times, if you are not informed, it's better you just go and save that money than to invest it. But what are you going to be looking out for when it comes to investing? You know, in the current economy, quite a number of things are happening around us. The crypto world is bubbling so high, the stock market is doing its own, and you have a little money to invest and you are wondering, should I go into crypto? Because a friend told me that crypto, he put in $1 million in crypto last year and he got 3 million naira. That looks like a very interesting thing. Maybe I should put my money in there also. Another person looks at it and tells you, oh, the stock market is doing fantastically well. Why don't you put your money in the stock market? And without any information, you decide to put your money in any of this. You might end up losing all that you have worked for. Remember when we talked about the richest man in Babylon? He said, do not invest your money in the trade that you don't understand. If you don't understand it, don't put your money in it. So we are going to be looking at between stock or equity investments, even ETFs compared to crypto. Which one should you go for? I highlighted it at the beginning. we'll be using those as a base, as a cornerstone of making the decision on which you need to go for. Once again, is your friend and partner, Olusola Kupola. I want to appreciate as many of you that have always been on this call. I celebrate you and thank you for always showing up. And most importantly, thank you for always sharing this video. All right, maybe this is your very first time of joining us. You just came across the video and you said you want to check it out. Man, we've been on a training called the Financial Intelligence Training for Smart Parents. It's a 90 days episode, and you are probably looking at maybe episode 51 or 52. That means there are about quite a number of lectures that are at the back there that you need to go watch. It's going to help you a great deal. And for you to get the best benefits from them, I want you to click on the subscribe button now. It will give you access to all the other videos. Just look down, just at the bottom here, you're going to see subscribe. Just click on that button, subscribe, and like the video also, so that every comment you'll be able to see them, and then in the future you can also get notification. I hope you're doing that right now. Just do it. There's so much to learn, I can tell you that. All right, so let's go into the crux of today. We're looking at between stock and crypto. What should I do? We have highlighted some 5 things that you need to watch out for when you are investing. But then, if you have looked out for all these things, now let's now compare them and look at them together. So that our presentation is going to be guided, I'm going to be using a presentation slide so that you'll be able to have some picture views of what we're talking about. So here we go. Nigerian stocks versus crypto in 2025. Where should you invest safely? Safely, all right? You can invest in anyone, but the underlying word there is safely. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, so why does this matter for Nigerians? Currently, let me just give you something so that you can know, so that you understand why we're trying to make this comparison. The parameters for measuring the inflation was rebased, and because of this, the current inflation rate is now about 24.48. Now, what this means is this, that if you have money, if you put in your money in any investment vehicle, you should be looking at a return on investment that is above 24.48. If not, that means you just kept your money safely somewhere, because you can be investing your money and still be losing money because the inflation rate is eating up the return on your investment. What I'm trying to say is this: if I invest 1 million naira in a particular investment vehicle, and by the end of the year I get about 10% return on investment, in real terms I have lost my money. I've lost a lot of money because real-term inflation rate is 24, which is more than my returns. So what it means is this: what my money could have bought in January, I wouldn't be able to buy it in December because the money has lost value, even though I gained 10%. I hope somebody is getting that. So inflation crisis affects your decision in what you should invest in. So a lot of investors are trying to look at, can I get something that can give me returns above the current inflation rate? The other factor that will concern you is the currency challenges, the challenges we have in our currencies. The volatility in the Naira space makes it difficult for you to take a decision. Should I keep Naira or keep dollars? Do you understand? So persons want to invest, they are looking at, should I invest in dollar-based investment or in Naira-based investment? And the other thing is the regulatory sheet. In Nigeria, there's been kind of crypto ban. As a matter of fact, if you put in any narration as crypto in your account, in your bank account transaction, of course that account is going to be sanctioned. So you look at the risks of doing that. So when you're doing this, you need to do it with wisdom. So even in our presentation, we don't want to go beyond our limits, all right? So let's look at the Nigerian stock. The Nigerian stocks has in the past done pretty well. In fact, in the last year, it outperformed the S&P 500 that has always been doing well. Like some people are asking, some of our members were asking, should I go do ETFs? Should I do the S&P and things? You see, when you are considering the foreign ETFs, when we talk about ETFs, if you have not watched the previous videos, go watch them, at least the last 2 episodes. ETF simply means exchange traded funds, which measures a basket of investment of shares, maybe of technological shares, of agricultural shares, of gold, depending, and they put it together, the average index. That's what we refer to as the ETFs. They are always traded on the exchange. Now, the S&P 500 is the average price of top 500 companies in the US. So when you look at the Nigerian stock exchange market, beating the returns on the Nigerian exchange market, beating that kind of index, you want to think that, okay, the Nigerian exchange market is doing pretty well. Also, at the same time, you must tread with caution. Why with caution? If you are going for international ETFs now, just like what is happening in the United States now, a lot of things changing policies because of the new president and a lot of things going on. You want to be careful. A lot of the investors in the US, if you go and check the charts now, you will see that most of US stocks, they are diving, they are going down. So people have to be careful now, because most persons are wondering, how are these policies going to affect my investment decision? So a lot of persons are dumping those things and going for gold. Gold seems to be a safe haven when it comes to this. I think I'm going to do a training on gold for those of you that are interested in portfolio diversification. All right. So now, when you talk about the Nigerian aspect, the Nigerian stock has been doing well. Now, especially the financial markets, the financial institution, in 2023, they did very, very well, some doing over 100%. But in 2024, there was a little decline, and so on and so forth with different stocks. So you have to take a lot of things into consideration. No wonder quite a lot of persons want to go for fixed interest assets like the Euro bonds, like the government bonds, the government securities, like the mutual funds. Also, the mutual funds gives you a kind of certain level of returns and things like that. But then, when you are looking at the shares, I tell you, equity gives you better returns than ETFs. Equity gives better returns than mutuals, but equity is risk. So you have to look at, what do I want? You remember, what is the risk level that I am ready to take? So when you buy shares are bought from the platform of the Nigerian Stock Exchange market, and we have a lot of companies. Let me give you something. If you are going to wait with me till the end of this training, I'm going to be giving you, especially for those of you that are interested in stock, I will give you at least 10 stocks that you should be looking out for in this year, and they'll be relevant even in the next 3-4 years. You're going to make some money in there. Just stick with me. By the end of this lecture, I'm going to be giving you 10, I promise you, 10 solid stock. All right. So and when you are investing in stocks, you could be looking at one, capital appreciation, or you could be looking at dividends payment. Capital appreciation, you bought a share for 200, it has risen to 250 in the next 3 years and so on. It's fantastic. So that is how it works. Remember, we said as a shareholder, you are a part owner of the organization. Then the advantage of trading in stock, some of the advantages of trading in stock is that it is regulated. It is regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. So investors are protected. So you don't just wake up and Dangote say, I'm no longer doing, or UBA said, I'm no longer doing, and they say the money has disappeared. It's not going to happen as far as the stock. The value might drop, but then it can't disappear. You understand? So we have tangible companies with track records, and they pay regular dividends. But the challenge with stock, as far as stock is concerned, is it is slow moving. For there are some of us that are fast fingers. We want it done now. We want the money now, sharp. Then the stock market is not as liquid, it's not as volatile as others that we're going to be looking at. So let's quickly look at the crypto. We say crypto in Nigeria 101. So we are looking at the very, very basic. So how it works, you buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, via P2P platform. When we talk about crypto is digital currencies. And you don't want to know how a lot of persons have become multi-millionaires with crypto. And please, I'm not going to take this too far. I want to take it to just you who is a beginner. When it comes to crypto, we have a lot of things. We have the altcoins. We have a lot of things that people that are used to it know how to deal with very well. But you that you are just starting, I want to advise, don't go into those deep areas. You begin to test the waters gradually. Where you need to start from, you can start with Bitcoin. Do you understand? Some investors will tell you, no, Bitcoin is already. Who told you? Bitcoin is still increasing. Ethereum is still increasing. So when you gain mastery of the crypto market, you can begin to now look at the altcoins and every other thing where you can get some. There are other cryptos that even perform well, better than the Bitcoin. But for you that you are starting, I think just start with something that you are familiar with and things. You can buy fractional quantities of this. And where will you buy it? You don't need to go to any regulator. Just download an application called Bybit. We have Bybit, we have Quidax, or any decentralized wallet. You get any of them, download them via your Apple Store, your Google Play, and you can just, right now as we're speaking, you can just buy Bitcoin there right now, you understand? But then, how do you do it? You do it via a P2P transaction on those exchanges. Now, what is the advantage? High returns. Just imagine, like in 2024, Bitcoin gave a return of about over 120% return on investment. So you can imagine if you had $1 million in in Bitcoin, you will have gotten 2 million naira back. So but one thing you must know is this: high yield is high risk. That is the investor's language, guy. You must note that. Anytime I'm going for any, I love to take risk. Man, I love risk. Has it paid off? Yes. Have I been beaten? Oh my God, severally. But then high yield is high risk. So one of the risks there is this: that it is not regulated by SEC. So it is open to scams. It is extremely volatile. You could sleep tonight and you see in your portfolio, you see $10 million or 10 million naira tonight, and in the morning you wake up, the money has dropped to $5 million. That is crypto for you. It can go even as low as 1. And you can see 10 million naira this night. You wake up in the morning, you see 20 million naira. That is crypto for you. So, but if you know you can't do this yo-yo dance up and down, your mind will be going kulu. If you don't have that kind of strength, then you should know that this may not be the kind of investment vehicle you are looking at. So, let's look at the safeties face off. When we want to look at the safety areas of the stock market and the crypto market. You see, one of the things that is important as far as your investment, especially you that you are trying to just put this together, you cannot afford to take anyhow risk. You see, for the younger guys, you are anything between the ages of 18, 20, 35. These are guys at this level, you can take all the risk in the world. But with the moment you are above 40, 50, oh my God, there's a limit to the kind of risks you want to take. The limit to your risk taking is really written part. So you want to look at the stock. When we look at the regulation in stock, there's what we call this regulatory body, which is the Security and Exchange Commission, and they monitor the performance. They monitor the companies. They look at their corporate governance. They don't just come and say, we made this profit, we are declaring this dividend. They are monitored. So you can be sure of that. But in the crypto world, there's no formal oversight. And this is why CBN is CBN and most countries' financial regulators, they kind of want like this because it's out of their hands. They can't see where it's going to. They can't even track it. Remember the story of this Binance stuff and things. People's money went. There's nobody that. But in the midst of it, quite a number of people are still making good money. So you know that there's no regulation. If you are going there, you know that you are going to take a good risk. Now, the other thing is the volatility. In stock market, annually we see a swing between 10 to 20% swing in the stock market. If you're going to lose, maybe you lose about 10 to 20%, you gain about 10 to 20% on the average. But in the crypto, in a month, you can see up to 50% fluctuation in crypto. And that is how risky it is. But then, just like I said, it can make you a lot of money and it can clear you totally. The next one is the scam risk. When we talk about the scam risk, with the stock market, they are all listed on the exchange. But in the crypto, it is common to hear the word rug pulling. It is common to hear that it's a fake exchange. So you would have put your money in an exchange and you discover that exchange is even a fake one. It's not real, and your wallet is gone. Your wallet is gone. So you don't want that with your hard-earned money. So let's look at this just like a case study now. Look at somebody who bought shares in MTN Nigeria and look at how the stock price, it goes up gradually. That is this line here now that I'm tracing. That is how stock normally goes. It's not a straight line per se like that. There's a little fluctuation up and down in some areas, but month on month you see them appreciating. But you see, when it comes to, so you see the 500,000 naira invested in January 2023 in MTN gained about 15%. But the same 500,000 naira invested in Bitcoin gained 120%. So crypto gains require perfect timing, and you must have guts, you must have nerves. So you see the way crypto went, boom, boom, boom. Just imagine, that's how it moves. So you have to be very careful. It's good returns, but then you gotta be careful. So now, what do I need to do? I'm interested in this crypto and I don't want to lose my money. This is where we talk about portfolio diversification. So how do you diversify your portfolio? Now, if you have 100, you have $1 million naira that you want to play around with. Now, you can take 60% of that and put it in the stock market. You put it, there's no way, I don't think you pick that money on the road. That money is valuable. So put that money, 60% of it. Don't take this as a financial advice, it's a suggestion, all right? You know what to do with your money, and you can meet your financial advisor to give you better counsel on how to manage your funds. So, but if you want us to do it, you can always click on it. There's a link in the description area. If you want a one-on-one consultation, just book for it, then we can talk more on how to do that. All right, the link is in the description area for a one-on-one consultation, 1 hour, and we'll be able to help you to do a lot of things. And by the way, if you like what you are hearing, if you are yet to click on the subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Click on the subscribe button now. All right, click on it, and if you like it, why don't you click on the like and share button so that other persons can hear and see what you are getting at this time. Okay, so let's go. So you can put in 60% of your portfolio in the stock market, and you have some blue chips companies that you can get into. Remember, I told you if you wait long enough, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 stocks that you can go for in this year that you are not going to have so much fluctuation with. I can assure you that. Then 30% of your funds, you can put that in the crypto space, maybe in Bitcoin, in Ethereum. And for now, because you are just starting, please avoid the altcoins because you are just starting. All right. So then you now take 10% of that money and put it like in your emergency cash reserve fund. Just like we have in the Richvision Cooperative, we tell our members, put at least 10% of your money in the emergency reserve fund, so that in case, if anything, you can have something to fall on. So if you want to, how do I get the stocks and things? Of course, there's a link in the description. You can register with Optimus. Optimus is one of our platforms where we buy Nigeria ETFs, international ETFs, stocks, and everything like that. So you can click that link and then register on that platform. It's easy. You will register. They're going to give you your CSCS number and everything. You can easily liquidate. It is very easy to afford there. So get the link at the description area. Hope you're getting something. Why have we diversified like this? Because these are some of the things that people do that makes them to lose all their money. They will just take their money. Oh, crypto is making money. I have 1 million. I take everything, I put it in the crypto. Any issue with crypto, high blood pressure, hypertension, because you are not intelligent. Remember, financial intelligence for smart parents. All right. So how do you start? How to start today? The first thing is take some steps. As I told you, open a brokerage account with Optimus. You can get the link. You can get the link in the description area. And I showed you how you can start even with as low as 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira. You don't need to buy the whole shares. We call them fractional shares. You can start from that area. Then you will have to open a crypto wallet also. And then you have to open a crypto wallet also and then sign up for the P2P. When you open Bybit, you can download Bybit on this. I think I will leave a link in the description area also that you can use to open a crypto wallet. Just use it to, in some other lessons, I'm going to be training on how to fund your crypto wallet, how to utilize it, how to be cautious about it. A lot of links are out there. So that's why I'm going to leave a link for you so that easily you know where to go. All right. Then avoid screenshots and sharing of account details. So, and in case of any scam, please, you can report to EFCC as far as stock is concerned. But you see, when it comes to crypto, I don't know whether you'll be reporting to EFCC because they're going to be asking you, don't you know that it's illegal or it is not especially permitted? But without mixing words, I know that even the Nigerian government, a lot of the government officials are getting in terms. Nigeria cannot be backwards when other countries are moving forward. You see what the president of the United States is talking about crypto, and Nigeria won't just stay behind and say, no, we don't want to do this and that. So these are some of the things that you need to look out for when it comes to considering whether to invest in the stock market or in the crypto market. Please be careful. The crypto market is fantastic. Please don't let anybody push you. Oh, investment. See, it's not only when you put money in crypto or you put money in one. I have told you, you can invest in that man or that woman that you know is doing business. You look at a good pharmacy shop near you. You can meet with that person and say you want to invest in that person's business. You have a good written out thing. You can invest. You can start up a business. It's something as investing in yourself. So you have to be careful. That money is hard-earned. You cannot afford to be loose with it. 3 things that you must always know. You must learn to make money. You must learn to manage money. And you must learn to multiply money. In anything you're doing, make sure you are multiplying your money. I hope you got something from today's training. I've been looking forward to seeing you tomorrow where we'll be talking on some other things. Now, you know, those of you that asked of the forex thing, we're going to go into forex fully now. And I think I'll be putting a link also in the group in the description where those of you that want to learn more on forex, I'm going to be giving some forex opportunities that you're going to be doing. You join that group and then you're going to get more information. In the next 5 episodes, it's going to be fantastic, guys. We are really after making money in this episode. So if you are yet to subscribe, you will miss. Click on the subscribe button now and click on the share. Oh, before I go, I said I was going to give you 10 stocks that you're going to look out for quickly because of our time. I'm going to look at number one on my list is the MTN. It's obvious. You see, when you are looking at which stocks to look at, you look at do people use what do these companies represent? How do people utilize their products? Do you see people not using MTN data and charge card recently? You remember, note, recently they increased their prices, the price of data, more money for shareholders. You don't know? You will know. All right, MTN is one. The next one is Dangote. Wow, you want to look at Dangote cement. Nigeria is a developing country. A lot of people are building. I'm building, they will continue to build. And one of the cements they use is Dangote cement. So it's one that you can look at. The next one that you could be looking at is Nestle shares. Nestle shares, you know what Nestle is? Your Golden Morn, your cornflakes and all these things. People must eat. They must eat. So because they must eat and they continue to expand, you know what is happening? The shareholders are making more money. The next one is, GT Holding. GT Holding is in the financials and they're doing fantastic. they are doing fantastically well. So you want to consider GT holding. Most of the bank shares, you see, recently most of the banks, they came in, they did what you call an initial public offer, and it's obvious because of the central bank policy on increasing their capital base. So a lot of things is going to be happening in the financial sector. So you can want to look at that share. Another one that you will be looking at is United Capital. United Capital is another great one that you can look out for. Then another one is Airtel Africa. Airtel African PLC, just like MTN, they are also doing very good. Then another one you'll be looking at is Nigerian breweries. Oh my God. Do you know that they said even upon everybody said these are difficult. Nigerian breweries is selling like crazy. They are selling really good. So if you want to buy shares, you can get the shares of that company. Another one is Zenith. Zenith is another company that another bank shares that you can get. I mean, have I mentioned now? I've mentioned the Nigerian breweries, Zenith. Then, I have Okumu Oil PLC. Those guys that are into palm oil. Man, that is another place you want to put your money. You see, all these shares that I'm calling, all these companies, they are companies that people use every day. So then, don't take my words for it. Please meet your financial advisor and get them to help you make the right decision. I hope I fulfilled my promise now. I hope to see you in the next episode. Stay good, stay blessed, multiply money, and make more money for yourself. Do have a wonderful day. Bye.
Waking up at dawn, light breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm